Zuco here with the birds, back with some more Shadowlands testing. What's going on? We're looking at Rogue today. We're just going to look at the tier sets, looking at all the tier sets for Rogue. And I'm going to show how they work in practice as they are on the PTR right now. Obviously, guys, things are subject to change. We don't have access to double legendaries right now, which is unfortunate. But that is just where we're at. So for now, we're just stuck testing the tier sets. And for some classes, the tier sets are like really bonkers. And for some specs, the tier sets are really, really crazy. And for some classes and specs, like they're good, they're okay, but really when you get the double legendary, that's when they become even better. So we're sort of splitting hairs here, but let's just look at Rogue. So I'm going to start with Assassination. Little disclaimer, Assassination is the spec that I've played the least on my Rogue. And I sort of understand it the least, so bear with me here as I sort of walk through this. But the tier set's looking really, really strong from what I can tell. So it says Shiv's debuff causes your bleeds to get 25% crit, and then Vendetta causes your poisons and bleeds to expire 100% faster, right? So Shiv is a 25-second cooldown, and there's a conduit for it. I'm sure that you guys know that makes it do more. It increases the amount of nature damage that it does. It already increases how much nature damage you do by 20%, so you can give that up to 34%. And then with this tier set bonus, it now gives your bleeds 25% crit. So Shiv becomes like your main focal point here. It's going to increase your nature damage and increase your crits on your bleeds. So really, really good. And then Vendetta causes your poisons and bleeds to expire 100% quicker. So it pulls them out 100% quicker. It's like Insanguinate, right? You get except you get both. Insanguinate only works for bleeds. The tier set gives you Insanguinate for poisons and bleeds whenever you press Vendetta. So, as a disclaimer, I think this automatically is going to make Dusk Walkers really strong. I actually don't know what the Assassination go-to legendaries are right now. It's probably something like Doomblade, I would imagine, but or the Execute window from Zoldix, but I think Duskwalkers, if it's not being used right now, it might increase in priority a lot because of this tier set, right? Because you're going to get the Vendetta cooldown back quicker. If you can get the Vendetta cooldown from 2 minutes to 1 minute, I think that would be insane. I think that would be absolutely insane. But let's just take a look at this in practice. I just messed up already, but that's okay. Let's get this going. Let's get Slice and Dice going. Let's do a Shiv. There, we'll get the bleeds going. So I have poisons and bleeds going. I'm going to press Vendetta, and they're going to expire twice as quickly as they normally would. Get this back up. I'm not a very good assassination player, okay, but anyway, that's basically the whole set. I used my Shiv already. Shiv's coming back off cooldown. Want to make sure that we use Shiv. Gonna get this up. Press Shiv. Okay, go one more, and then we're gonna Venom. We're gonna do this. We're gonna get the Garrote back. So Shiv is increasing like all of our damage now, right? By like a truckload. Get this again. Hit that again. So you're just going to keep going through your rotation. Normally, this is just single target. But anyway, that's the idea, guys. You want to be pressing Shiv on cooldown to be getting the huge bonus to your bleeds. And then Shiv's also going to make your poisons better, as it normally does. And then Vendetta is going to pull all the poisons out of the enemy much, much more quickly, right? So I don't know if there's any way to sort of understand that in terms of the breakdown, but you see how it kind of works. It just adds more damage. It puts a priority on Vendetta more so than maybe even it already was a priority. Although I think Vendetta is obviously like a huge priority. It's something you're going to press on cooldown. But the point is, if you can maybe get the Vendetta cooldown down to 1 minute from this legendary, then maybe that's insane. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I think that there's better. I'm only Kyrian basically for the other two specs. I don't think Kyrian's the way to go necessarily for Assassination Rogue. So I'm just giving you guys the showcase of what this kind of looks like. Let me know in the comments what you think about the assassination sets. What's going to be a good combination, guys? Is it going to be like, is Dustwalkers going to be really good? Let me know what you think, because I don't honestly know. Because I don't play Assassination enough. I do play the other two specs a little bit more. So let's take a look at the other ones. Let's go to Outlaw, and we'll take a look at that. Let me just switch the weapons, actually. I think if I switch the other things, it's going to mess it all up. We'll do it this way. Okay. So, Outlaw. What is the outlaw set? Well, let's see. Your main gauge has a 25% chance to fire a pistol shot. Pistol shot has a 50% chance to load a hidden bullet from your sleeves up to 6 times. After loading 6 bullets, the between the eyes has no cooldown, and it resets its cost. And has no it costs sorry, it'll reset between the eyes and it costs nothing to cast it. So what does that look like? Basically, main gauge is what we're focused on the most. Let me just run over. Oh, I don't have flying in the PTR. Oh my gosh. Just bear with me for a sec. We're going to run over here and switch this conduit. There's a conduit that I want to switch that is going to be really helpful in AoE. It helps your main gauge. So if you don't know, your main gauge is obviously your mastery. Your attacks have a 30% chance to hit with your offhand. That 30% chance does not go up if you put more mastery into your build. Ambidexterity is what you want here. And we'll do roll the bones, sure. Actually, let's do this one instead. Ambidexterity makes your main gauge have an additional 4.5% chance to strike when you have Blade Flurry active, so it's only good. Well, it's not only good in AoE. In single target now, you can press Blade Flurry, and it gives main gauge a 5% increased chance to proc, which is really good. So don't forget about that conduit. That's an important little conduit to use if you're playing combat rogue, combat rogue, outlaw rogue. I keep doing that. Um, yeah, it's always good to press Blade Flurry even in single target with this. But as I was just saying, if you increase your mastery, it increases the damage that your main gauge procs actually do, but it doesn't increase the chance. The only way to increase the chance is through that conduit. So here we go. Main gauge has a 25% chance to fire a pistol shot. Pistol shot has a 50% chance to get the hidden bullet, okay? So what we're looking at is you want to look at between the eyes, and you want to see, watch the cooldown of between the eyes, right? Let's do this, let's do this. Here we go, pistol shot. There, we have a loaded bullet. You can see it up there. Look for the loaded bullets. There, pistol shot. How many loaded bullets do we have? 5? We almost have 6. There we go. Now our next between the eyes is free. And we're going to cast it right there. That was great. So we're going to keep going through the rotation here. I'm playing this so poorly, but that's okay. Another pistol shot. We have 4 loaded bullets. Another pistol shot. We got it between the eyes, almost ready for free. We're actually going to save it. Oh, we got it for free right there. There we go. You can see it come back. Here, we'll watch the between the eyes cooldown. I'm looking at the wrong guy. Pistol shot. Between the eyes is almost back, so we want to make sure that we cast it. Okay, we're going to cast between the eyes. Then we're going to do our pistol shot. Try and get the cooldown of between the eyes back for free. We got it back. There we go. We got it back right there. So that's the basic playstyle. All the damage will be into Blade Flurry, obviously, because... but let's look at our main gauge procs. How many times did main gauge go off? It looks like it went off 23 times. So again, you have an increased chance to proc main gauge if you've got this conduit here. And that's how the tier set plays. There's nothing really new here. It's just more of the same for Outlaw Rogue. It's really leaning into your main gauge as much as possible. There might be actually, yeah. Like I was saying, I was gonna say maybe you pick up some more mastery in your build, but it doesn't increase your chance of proccing main gauge. So you just have to wait for the main gauge to go off. The legendary that you could run here is Conceal Blunderbuss, but I just don't. It's just not that great. It doesn't proc enough. 40% is a little low. I wish it was like 60% or something, but. I've played around with Concealed Blunderbuss. It feels like it doesn't proc the pistol shot enough to make it worth it, but if you get this, it does work in conjunction with this. So if you pick this legendary, if you get the proc on your pistol shot and it goes off 4 times, you will load 4 bullets, or you have a higher chance of loading bullets, right? 50% chance for your pistol shot to load a hidden bullet. So that does synergize with this legendary and make this legendary better. If you like the playstyle of Concealed Blunderbuss, where you're just like pew 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 pew, you're just shooting off all the extra pistol shots, it is really fun to play around with, and it will work in conjunction with the tier set bonus to get you your between the eyes back more quickly. Sorry. Remember, between the eyes is actually very strong because it has it crits with 4 times the normal amount of damage, right? So it also increases your crit chance by 20%. So if you have the Between the Eyes buff rolling, you might get an instant reset on it, and then that second Between the Eyes shot is going to almost have a guaranteed chance to crit and do 4 times the damage. So there might be something to play around with here with Concealed Blunderbuss, but you know, Celerity is Celerity. I don't know how to say this word anyway. This is Celerity. There we go. Thank you. This is still a good legendary, and you can combine it with any of the other 4. Yeah, Outlaw's looking good. I think it's fun. It's just more of the same. Nothing super synergistic here. Just the new legendary with Concealed Blunderbuss might be the play. Let's look at Sub Rogue. I think Sub Rogue is going to be. Sub Rogue's already really good, but like, holy crap, man! I think Sub Rogue's going to be really, really good now. I'll show you the tier set bonus in a second. There's some interaction with the tier set bonus that wasn't obvious to me at first. I didn't quite understand what was going on, and then it suddenly sort of dawned on me what was happening. No, we don't need that. Sure, let's do that. Sure. We'll switch. Actually, nothing super important there. So, what's happening with Sub Rogue? Let me show you. Let's get the daggers back. There we go. Let's look at that. Okay, here we go. Shadow Strike has a 20% chance to grant Shadow Blades for 5 seconds. That's our major cooldown. So that's good. Shadow Strike we're pressing all the time. So that's really good. Your finishing moves have a 4% chance per combo point to cast Shadow Strike on 5 nearby enemies. So at first I just thought, oh, this is great. It's just more damage. But it's so much more than that. Casting it casts a Shadow Strike. It doesn't trigger a Shadow Strike. It casts it, which means when you press your finishing move, which is going to be Black Powder on this AoE pack, your combo points have a chance to just instantly refill because you're going to cast 5 Shadow Strikes because there's 5 enemies here. Those are each going to guarantee give you at least 1 combo point. Some of them are going to give you 2. So that'll fill your combo points again. If this procs, if this tier 4 set bonus procs when you hit a finishing move, it'll instantly refill your combo points. And you can chain this back to back to back. And I'm hoping I'll show you that with Black Powder here. So I'm actually going to run Shuriken Tornado for this as well, just to show the potential combination here. But here's what I want you to pay attention to. Look at my combo points here on my character, and take a look at if they get refreshed over and over and over again, which they will at some point here, okay? So we're going to start. We're going to pop this. We're going to hit this. Okay, we're going to go. Watch my combo points. There's, okay, hold on, there's one. There, a refresh right there. Did you see that? Watch this. It refreshed right there. Did you see that again? Watch it. It's gonna refresh. It didn't get it that time. We'll try it here. Didn't get it that time. That's okay. We're gonna keep going. Didn't get it. Let's see if it refreshes here. Nope. We're getting there. Here we go. We're gonna hit Shuriken Tornado in a second. Okay. Shuriken Tornado. Oh. See if it refreshes here, guys. Shuriken Tornado. Hit it. Hit it. It refreshed. This is the combo you can do. Anyway, keep going. See if it refreshes. Okay, we're getting unlucky here, but that's okay. There it is, refresh right there. I'm gonna press Black Powder. Ready? I'm pressing Black Powder. Pressing it right now. Refreshed. Refreshed again. We got it twice in a row there. So it might be hard to see, but that's what I'm trying to show you guys, is that because of the 4-piece bonus, you can get this refresh happening that will basically, not only does it let you press a finisher again right away, which is insane, it will save you all the energy as well. So here we go. Let's see if we can get it again. I'm hitting Black Powder. Didn't get it. That's okay. We're going to press Shuriken Storm here for the big combo. There we go. Black powder. Black powder. Black powder. Ah, we didn't get it. Do we have... Let's hit this. Maybe this is our problem. Here we go. Okay, we're going to try one more round here. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Okay, we're waiting for we're waiting for my combo points to refill on their own. Right? Here we go. Boom. Try one more time. We got Shadow Blades back. Probably head back for a while. Obviously, if you have Shadow Blades up and you get the extension of Shadow Blades, or sorry, you get the two-piece procking of Shadow Blades, it will in fact just add more time to your current Shadow Blades. Okay, there we got a refresh right there. Here we go. Didn't get it. It's okay. Go here. Da, 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 da. This is what I'm trying to. You guys get the idea anyway. I'll try to go till I get one more refresh here, but there we go. I got it right there. You can press it again. So you get to press your finishing moves. It's interesting. It's really interesting, and I think that it's going to add a lot to the Shadow gameplay. Particularly if you go Kyrian, because you can keep getting these these huge finishers. But the bottom line here is that I think it's correct to take 6 combo points here because your finishing moves have a 4% chance, excuse me, per combo point to cast a Shadow Strike on 5 nearby enemies. If you have more combo points to spend that on, 6 times 4 is 24 instead of only you're getting an extra 4% chance, right, per finisher. And I think Shadow Subtlety has a very easy time handling the 6 combo points. So that's one thing to think about. On single target, obviously you're not going to get a full refresh of your combo points because you're only hitting one target. Your finishing moves will only send a Shadow Strike against the one target. So it's not a complete refill on raid bosses, but in AoE situations, this is crazy. You'll get full refreshes like I was showing you. You can just press Black Powder again. In terms of legendaries, really quick, I think that I played around with Akari's and I think it does work, but it just didn't seem to actually be very powerful. I don't know what it was. Like I was running the full Akari's setup with Weapon Master, where Shadow Strike has a chance to strike again, and then obviously your Shadow Strikes will send another Shadow Strike. And I think it works with this tier set where it sends 5 Shadow Strikes, and then Akari is going to send 5 more at 25% value. I don't actually know 100% if that's true. It's really hard to like see it in the details here because Shadow Strike, I cast it 63 times and it hit 133 times, but that could just be the Weapon Master talent. I don't know. I don't really know, guys. Honestly, I wasn't using Akari's in this fight anyway. Sorry. I tried it earlier though when I was off camera, and it just I couldn't tell if it was working or not. So there could be maybe there's something here for Akari's now that your Shadow Strikes have a chance to proc other Shadow Strikes. Maybe those extra Shadow Strikes can proc Akari's. I don't know. It's probably still not that great. Finality is still fine. Yada yada yada. So that's that, guys. I think it's really, really good for Subtlety Rogue. I think the Assassination Rogue one is also very strong. I just don't really know how to use it. And maybe with the Vendetta Legendary getting cooled down to maybe like a 1-minute CD or something, like maybe that is bonkers with the Assassination tier set. In terms of the Outlaw Rogue one, it's just more of the same. It's just a lot more procs on main gauge, and you have to be watching your between the eyes cooldown because it's going to come back a lot quicker. I don't know if there's potentially room for the Concealed Blunderbuss legendary for Outlaw to get the extra pistol shots going. Maybe that's going to be good. It doesn't proc all the time, maybe as consistently as you want it to. And Outlaw Rogue already has a bunch of random things that are procking that you have to pay attention to. So maybe that's just like adding another layer that's too difficult. I don't know. Point is, they all look like they're a lot of fun. They all add something to the Rogue spec, and yeah, I think they're going to be strong moving into 9.2. So let me know what you guys think about Rogue moving into 9.2, and we will see you in the next one.